thanks so much for downloading the latest episode on the show today. We are talking about fall arriving and mostly about the boobs. All about our first bra experiences, breast buds, and puberty. This and your Ugly and Awkward Moments of the Week, Bra Edition. Thank you so much. Enjoy the show.
It's another uncensored look at the world around you from sisters who will say just about anything to anyone at any time. It's the Uggs. Jamie?
Should I reach out to him and show him my boobs?
Paula?
Paula's a woman! Paula's a woman!
Uncensored as always, it's time for the Ugly Truth.
Welcome to the Ugly Truth. This is episode 406.
God, sorry, my throat is like thick as a plugged drain.
Allergies are really bad. I was reading an article that said that the last 2 weeks of September are when there's the most allergens in the air.
Oh yeah,
because of the change in the seasons or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that this is, you know what, I probably should have done more research, but it said that this is when people with asthma die.
Oh.
Like, this is the worst time, which means fall is coming. And, you know, here in Northern California, it's been 92 degrees, so it doesn't feel like fall.
It's weird because it went from like the 80s and then now it's going to be like 100 the next 2 days and then it's going to go back to being in the 80s. And then it actually, like, didn't it rain like one day a week ago or something like that?
It rained last week. It was really, really chilly.
Yeah.
I refused to turn on the heater.
Oh, God, no. I can't even get my fucking air conditioning to stop turning off. I'm getting a new thermostat today. So.
Oh, good. Yeah, it was 71 in the house, and I was absolutely freezing. But I'm like, nope.
Freezing? Oh, my God. That's like when I sleep naked with a sheet because I'm like, bring on the cold air.
Really?
I swear, I'm probably going through menopause.
Maybe you are.
Gonna grow a beard.
What's funny, though, is that it is starting to get dark. We're losing daylight, literally, like, you know, we're losing daylight. We're literally losing daylight. I think I read 4 minutes a day it's getting darker. And I hate that. You know what? I just love summer so much. And fall is literally the worst, at least in Northern California, because it's nice and chilly in the morning. You're like, ooh, it's so nice. There's a little nip in the air. And then by 3 o'clock, you're like, why am I wearing this? Because it's 95. I freaking hate it.
I know.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to true fall, which is usually like closer to Halloween around here. I'm already seeing all the candy.
I know. People are taking pictures of their porches, and I'm like, it's a freaking 100 degrees outside. What's with the pumpkins?
They're going to die. They're going to mold immediately, you guys.
Yeah, don't carve pumpkins early. That was a lesson we learned last year when they deflated and got covered in fruit flies. We had to buy new ones.
It was a true horror show at the Todd house.
God, it was disgusting. And I'm just like, I'm not throwing those away. So we made Victor do it.
So now that fall is here, I need to start thinking about my wig that I like to buy for Halloween every year, because I don't like to do the full costumes. I feel like it's such a waste of money for me.
Well, you don't have little ones anymore. So
no, I don't. But they come to the door, and, you know, every year I wear a wig and they always go, Mom, look, it's Ariel or whatever. And I think it's really cute. They don't even look at what I'm wearing. They just look at my head.
Ooh, you should do Elvira.
No. Yeah, I could, but I don't want to, you know, tantalize the dads and piss off the moms. So
that's the best part.
Truth.
I'd be like, hey, Annie Oakley, I'm Elvira.
But I think I might go with an Elsa wig this year. I'm not sure. Or the Anna wig, because Frozen 2 is coming out this winter-ish, like November, I think.
Okay.
I'm so stoked. I freaking love Frozen.
I do too.
I love it. I love the whole thing about the sisters. Like, the trailer just came out, and there's a scene where Elsa goes just running into danger, and Anna's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm coming after you. And Elsa's like, no. She's like, don't do that. And she's like, it's dangerous in there. She goes, well, then don't run into danger. Because it's like two sisters. I'm like, God, that sounds so familiar. Like, I've heard that discussion many, many times with my sisters. Like, why are you running into that? I have to chase you. No, you don't. It's dangerous. Then I'm coming with you, you idiot. Then don't run.
I know. God. There's no thought into it. You just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like running after your own children. You just don't think about it.
No, you just do
At least with us, it is. We've talked about this many times. I don't really quite know any other siblings like us, you know. And I think it's just because we were our own support group.
We were. where we were our own best friends, our own everything, our own Mortal Kombat training.
I was trying to think about that the other day. Yeah, we were our own like little
MMA. We were like our own little gym,
our own little sanctuary, yes. Shielding each other from the wrong.
And yet we would kick each other's ass.
Oh, God. In fact, I was just talking about that because there was a UFC fight on Saturday. I don't know if you guys watched it.
Oh, the whole 15 seconds with the eye poke?
Oh, my God, Jamie. I was so pissed.
You and everyone in Mexico City, they were rioting. They were so mad. There'll be a rematch, and then everybody
hopefully, yeah.
There'll be some kind of meme, I'm sure. Anyway, all right, well, let's go into Paula's World for a brief moment because we have a bunch of little hodgepodges.
Yes.
Let's talk very briefly. Your son has decided to remain in the gremlin phase, and he's being difficult with his homework again.
Well, actually, his grades are okay.
Well, you're the one that told me.
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's not him.
It's
Olivia.
What?
So I am religiously checking Ryan's grades to make sure everything's fine.
Okay.
And he's sustaining A's and B's. So I'm really proud of him.
Aww.
So I just, at a glance, for whatever reason, decided to check Olivia's grades. She had 3 D's and 2 F's.
What?
And I'm just like, what on earth? Well, first of all, I was kind of angry that the teacher hadn't contacted us to let us know.
Seriously, she's in 4th grade. This is not like she's in high school where they just go, well, it's up to you. I mean, these are little ones.
Yeah, and so I was just like, okay. I'm like, well, thanks, teacher, for letting us know that our daughter was just like basically like, not doing great.
Just existing in class.
And so I wrote down all her missing assignments. I emailed the teacher and I'm just like, so basically she's missing all this work. What's going on? And she's like, well, a lot of that is classwork that she doesn't finish. A lot of that's homework that she doesn't turn in. And I'm like, okay. And so she's like, I'll send all of it home again and she can just work on it and turn it in as she gets it done. I'm like, okay,
well, that's
great.
good. Good for her.
And so then I said, well, how do you know, Olivia, what homework you have to do? And she's like, well, I write it down in my daily planner.
Right.
I'm like, what daily planner? And so she shows me in her binder, she has like this full-blown student planner. Mm-hmm. So I look at it and she writes down, they only usually get math homework and then they have to read for 20 minutes. Yeah. And so I said, okay. I'm like, well, here's the math homework. And then on the side, there's also spelling words for the week. I looked at I found some scraggling spelling tests in her backpack and she misses almost every word. And I'm like, do you study for your spelling tests? And she's just like, no. So I'm like, okay.
So you have to be, now you're going to have to be sheriff of homework at night.
And then on Friday, there's this little sticker that says, did I complete all my classwork? And then it says yes or no. And the teacher circles, yes or no. Mm-hmm. Did I complete all my homework? Yes or no. And the teacher will circle yes or no. Oftentimes it's no and no. And then it says parent signature.
And you never have, and she's never shown you to sign it?
I've never seen that in my life. So I went back for basically the bidding of time and those stickers have been there the whole time. And I'm like, Olivia, I said, am I supposed to be signing this? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, then why haven't I ever signed this? She's like, I forget.
I mean, okay, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but you did go to back to school night, right?
No, we did not.
Okay, so that's where she would have said, the planner's coming home, you have to sign it every night, blah, 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 look for it, da, 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 da. So that's probably where the disconnect was, obviously. I mean, you shouldn't have to go to back to school night to know these things, though.
Well, and here's the other thing, too, is like, okay, school's been in session for like almost a month and a half, going on 2 months. If the teacher noticed that Olivia's grades were horrible and I've never once signed this thing, don't you think a note home would have been like necessary at this point?
A little email just saying, hey, I've noticed
that's
that you're
what
not
I mean.
signing.
Just an email. And
does Olivia not bring it home or whatever?
I'm not trying to say that, it's not our faults because, I mean, yes, we should be proactive, but we can't be proactive about what we don't know.
Right.
So I was just like, okay, so clearly Thursday nights, I'm going to have to be reviewing all of this and signing it to see that you've either done your classwork or you haven't done your classwork. We need to be studying your spelling words every night as part of your homework to make sure that you're passing your spelling tests.
Right.
And then I said, do you read for 20 minutes every night? And she's just like, no. And I'm like, then why do you say when we ask you if you're done with your homework, yes? Because she can set up her a timer on her tablet and read a book for 20 minutes. She did that last year.
Right.
So, and she brings a library book home for reading. And
I wonder. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I probably should set her up just to make sure she does it. But I mean, it's something she could do. She just chooses not to.
Here's what I think. And because I think this kind of happened with Ryan as well. And Ryan is now on it, thankfully. Mm-hmm. You were, even from the time you were in first grade, because I remember, because I was the same way. You and I are self-starters. We do not need anyone to tell us what to do, because our goal is to be the best. We want to be the first. We want to have the best grades. We want to have our homework done before anybody else. I made it my mission to be the first person to complete tests in class before anybody else. And
if somebody else's head was up and looking around, I was like, damn it. Well, at least I'm tired.
And not only do I have to be the first, I have to have the best grade. Like, it was built in me. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what that is, but you and I were exactly the same when it came to school. We had
very competitive spirits.
I would come home from school and do my homework before I did anything else. Mm-hmm. It was who I was. Now, obviously, we have some siblings that weren't like that, where they literally would rather die than do their homework, which I never understood. It was so frustrating to me, but it was what it was. Now, with Olivia, she's now learning that you as a parent are like, no, this is your job. These are your responsibilities. Mm-hmm. You have to tell me. I am not going. And like, I don't think that's a bad thing at all. But now that everybody knows, now she's really responsible.
Yeah, the cards are on the table. So now we know there's this binder. And so Victor asked her, he's like, Olivia, he says, did you purposely not have us sign the binder because
of course
you knew that the classwork was not done and your homework was not done? And she's like, no.
Lies. You know what? It's just, everything will be fine now. Everything's fine.
I hope so. But, every time they start their homework, I don't get it.
Yeah. So. Well, they the one thing I do remember is that there are time periods where they just really want you to be involved in every aspect of everything. And
I know
that's the point of, that's the blessing of staying home, is that your job never ends. It's 24/7. You literally you barely rest.
If I wasn't in the middle of frying steaks or something, or pan-searing steaks or making rice or whatever I'm doing. And I'm like, okay, let me just give me 2 more minutes and, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm putting off them doing their homework. The next thing I know, they're playing Xbox. And I'm just like, turn that off. We're doing homework.
That could be a tactic,
What?
Asking you when it's the most inopportune time. You're like, I'll get to it in a minute. And they're like, well, she's not paying attention. Let's get out of here.
If I give Ryan 10 seconds, he's up out of his seat, outside playing basketball or in his room dicking around doing something. And
exactly. Yeah,
he doesn't even need time. He'll just get up and start doing something, because he forgot he was supposed to be doing homework. I don't know.
Well, but. I mean, at least I'm so relieved that he's back. Do you think, and this kind of segues into our next discussion, do you think that any of this has to do with maybe Olivia's having an influx of hormones?
I don't really know if that's it. I mean, she has ADHD, and so we're trying the caffeine pills. I'm not sure how successful they are.
Well, is she on actual medicine?
No, because the medicine that the doctor prescribed, it just made her so sleepy. So he said, try caffeine pills.
Oh, so this was an alternative to the medicine. Right.
So I think he didn't want to do an actual stimulant like Ritalin or anything like that.
Yeah, But do you think maybe with her body starting to grow that perhaps things are starting to be, there's a little influx of extra estrogen?
I mean, this is the funny thing is she did get held back a grade. Mm-hmm. So technically she should be in 5th grade.
Gosh, she's so tiny.
She's still the smallest one in her class. And so...
But she did start kindergarten early, so she's kind of on the same track with her friends, though. They're all 10, right?
She started kindergarten at 5, but she had just turned 5. Mm-hmm. But all the little girls in her class, she says it's pretty much common knowledge. Everyone wears bras. And so...
Really? In 4th grade?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Well, you and I talked about this.
I told you. It's in the food, man. I'm just telling you. I don't know what these kids eat, but...
Well, it is true that we have a lot of hormones in our food, even if it's quote unquote or organic or whatever. It's just in the water. It's in everything.
Well, and I think if you eat like processed foods and things like that, then, all that stuff.
You have a little more. But it was funny when you and I were talking about it, and I'm like, God, because you said, it's too early. I'm like, it is not too early. Mom made me wear a bra in 5th or 6th grade. And then in 6th grade, once was forced to wear a bra daily, I looked like a hobo. I wore so many layers of clothing and jackets because I was mortified that I had to wear a bra, and I didn't want anyone to know that I was wearing one. And it's such a common feeling. I've noticed that a lot of girls go through what I went through at that age. They're so embarrassed by their bodies.
See, I started finally having to need to wear a bra in 5th grade.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because like I was like nubile or anything, but it's because my nipples felt like chapped lips every time like
Painful.
a t-shirt or something brushed against me. I would like walk around like hunched over like,
yeah,
you know?
It's like, I've made the mistake of not wearing a bra when I do cardio.
Ow, what are you thinking?
Well, because I'm wearing like 3 layers, so I don't really think about it. And then
how do you not get punched in the eye or something?
Okay, first of all, I'm not running.
I'm like, what are you, like jazzercising or something?
No. And so I will, and what's funny is I have to wear a bra when I do yoga because I'll choke myself out if I don't. It's like ridiculous. I'm like, how do women with big boobs do yoga? Because I'm not ready to die. My boobs are like in my chin right now.
When have you ever seen a woman with big boobs do yoga?
I know. I'd love to see it. But anyway, so I'll forget and I'll do like 45 minutes of cardio. And then the next day I'll be like, why are my nips? They're so tender. What is it? And I'm like, oh yeah, duh. I didn't wear a bra when I was doing that stuff. So yeah, I know exactly what it feels like. I remember I was in 5th grade and I woke up and I felt literally overnight, I felt a breast bud under my chest.
Oh God.
I thought I had a tumor.
Oh, I thought I had breast cancer.
And I remember crying and I'm like, I don't want to tell you. And they're like, what's the matter? I'm like, I think I have a tumor. And they're like, what? They're like,
you told Mom and Dad?
Yes. And they're like, honey, show us where. I'm like, it's right here. And so Mom she's trying desperately not to laugh. Honey, you're just getting your breasts. And I'm like, what? No. I was like devastated. I'm like, there was nothing good about anything that they could tell me at that moment. And then
Were you like a tomboy?
Yes, hardcore.
Oh.
And I remember Mom took me to Mervyn's.
Oh, gee. Yeah, that's where I got my first breast.
That's where everyone, you get
sprockets.
Sprockets didn't exist when I was there. They had a section in the far corner of the girls section.
Came in a box.
All the bras were in boxes.
Yeah.
And they were just basically like Spanx for boobs. And they came in white with the little pink flower, blue if you were feeling spicy.
Yeah.
And I had to go into that goddamn fitting room and try them all on to get the right size.
I don't even know if they had sizes. What were they, like AAAs or something like that?
Well, they were training bras, so it was mostly about the waist circumference, not necessarily the cup size. Because
there was no cup size. It was just fat. It was just flat fabric.
It's literally Spanx. That's literally what it was. So she's like, well, let me see. I'm like, no, I'm not. And it's like, I'm not coming out. So she's like, oh, and and of course, because our mother is just a lot like we are. It's like, oh, for God's sake. And
let me come in here.
Just let me see. And I'm like, you feel like a little shaved poodle. You're like, it's so unfun. It's the most unfun thing. And then so I got like 3. And she's like, okay, you have to wear these every day. I'm like, I refuse. Resist. I didn't want to do it.
God.
And so I would wear turtlenecks with a button-up shirt over it. And she'd be like, Jamie, are you wearing your bra today? I'm like, yes. She's like, let me feel. I'm like, she's like, go upstairs and put that on immediately. You look inappropriate. And I'm like, no. It's like, I was so unwilling and then just ashamed. I don't know why that is.
Little did you know what was coming for you.
God.
So what's funny about me is so I had to start wearing the one in like, I think it was like 5th grade, the same little one.
Yeah.
By 6th grade, I was like a B cup, which was kind of interesting for 6th grade. And
Yes.
I had girls coming up to me all the time like, can I borrow a tissue? And I'm like, what? I didn't get it.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, what? And I didn't understand because, you know, they were all still wearing like, you know, the flat AAA ones.
Right.
And I had like boobs, you know, for 6th grade.
Right.
Little did they know I peaked at 6th grade.
That was it for you after that.
Until like maybe, you know, 19 or 20, I got a full C cup. In fact, Olivia and I were laughing because I was looking for this Spanx thing that I thought I had. I know I have it. Remember that like that girdle thing I wore to Reno that one time?
Uh-huh.
That black one? I can't find it. And so I doubt I can fit it still, but I was going to try and find it because I didn't want to buy a new one.
Right.
Well, I was going through my drawers and I found a bunch of old bras. I don't know why I saved them, but they were like 34Cs.
Oh,
and
God.
Olivia's
Did you
like,
laugh at them
Mom, she's like, Mom,
hysterically?
try it on, see if it fits. So I put it on and it looked like I was wearing like an A cup. And so, you know, of course, everything was exploding like
Yeah, you're
outside
like, this-
everywhere.
All that does is make you feel hideous. Just
And
take it
so
off.
she was hysterical. She thought it was the funniest thing she ever saw. She's like, well, it fits. I'm like, Olivia, I'm like,
It
I would
does not
hardly
fit.
say this fits. I'm like, yes, it's on my body, but everything that's falling out
geez.
outside of it, you know, doesn't. So she's like, can I have it? I'm like, go ahead. So she put it on and she starts prancing around the room, you know, of
Is she going to be super excited about getting a bra, you think?
Well, I bought her some sports bras, and so
that's
she's
the
like,
new. Those are the new bra in box things now.
so she's very
sports bra.
excited. And then,
Good.
so she had the little, you know, little tiny one that I had, and she went towards the bathroom. And I'm like, don't you waste any toilet paper? And she's just like, why?
What?
So I'm
It's like, get socks like a normal person.
I'm like, that's expensive.
Oh God, that's hilarious. So she may be embracing puberty. She may
Oh
be
God,
really
she's
into it.
just like me. I was so excited. I
You
thought it was,
were?
well, with the exception of, you know, once I got past the thought that I had breast cancer, and Mom
Right.
just explained it to me, it was just buds. I think I woke her up because I was scared. She's like, "Oh, they're
See?
just buds. You're fine." Of course, you know, by the time it happened to me, she was annoyed. So
She had gone through it already 3 times. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
for the love of God. Yes, they're breasts. You're growing.
she doesn't. Yeah, she didn't care at that point. So
No.
so my mind was at ease.
I was listening to a podcast, the one that they talk about being a parent again, because I love the comedian. And so I listen to the show and I just shake my head because she has 2 little baby boys. They're like 3 and 1. And so, but she has people on who have teenagers and whatnot. And they were talking about when girls grow into puberty and how everybody responds differently. She had one girl who responded like me, which is just completely ashamed and didn't even want to know that a bra existed and that I think it's a state of denial that girls go in where they're just like, it's not that you're ashamed of your body, but you kind of are because you're so like out of control. Everything's out of control. I remember when my leg hair started to grow and someone called me a gorilla. That evening, I asked Mom if I could shave my legs. She looks down. She goes, yeah. Like, there was no.
I was in 5th grade. I shaved my legs. It took 2 weeks before Mom noticed, and then she got pissed
Because you didn't
because
ask.
she's like, well, you should have asked, Paula. I'm like, why?
It's my body.
I'm like, everybody else shaves their legs, and she's like,
Yeah.
well, that's just the kind of thing that you ask before you do it. And I'm like, sorry.
I know. Please, when
Like,
I started,
what do you
I
want me
started
to do? What do you want me to do? Grow them out and then ask you?
I started my period in 7th grade. And, when you first start your period, it's not like now where it's red and you're like, oh my God, it was like brown.
Don't tell me you didn't tell anyone.
I didn't.
Oh, for God's sakes, Jamie.
What am I supposed to do? Everyone! I am now a woman.
I announced everyone. I was living with Dad at the time, so I told Dad, Wendy, and Leslie, and then I called Mom, and you and Stephanie and Allison were at the house, and then you guys started chanting, "Paula's a woman."
I do
Paula's
remember
a
that.
woman."
I remember. Yeah, well, you and I are very different in that aspect.
We are.
Plus, don't forget, I was the first. I was paving the road for everyone else. So anyway, so yeah, boobs. So the bras, I didn't really embrace pretty bras or anything until like my junior in high school. I just didn't have any desire. And I'll never forget, and I've mentioned this on the show before, when I was in 6th grade, and it was one of the days that I refused to wear a bra to school, and I was playing on the monkey bars, and Jason Gibbons told me that I was flat as a pancake. And I can't tell you how many times that I've reflected on that little shit bag thinking, if he only saw me now.
You should have kicked him in the balls.
He was way big. Like, he had hit puberty before anybody else. Like, he was really tall. I just remember that. And you know what's funny is when you're in that age grade, you know, those grade school days, boy or girl, you don't want to mess with them because they'll hit you. So it doesn't matter if they're a boy or a girl. True. You hit each other. So it's like, I didn't want to get hit by this guy that was like way taller than everyone else.
I wonder whatever became of Jason Gibbons.
I don't know. Maybe he's fat and bald. Wouldn't that be nice?
I'm looking. Jason Gibbons.
He had a brother too.
I don't see any local Gibbons. What was his brother's name?
I don't remember. He was old. He was younger than me, so I don't remember.
Jason Gibbons, Los Angeles, California. Was he blonde or?
No, he wasn't. Oh, are we doing a deep dive on my?
I'm just trying to quickly find him. I don't see him. Well, he went to
Bella Vista. You know, he was local. Should I reach out to him and show him my boobs?
I would.
Anyway, all right. Well, enough of that, and we look forward to puberty for you. Really quick, speaking of boobs, you did not watch the Emmys. I watched most of them. But the biggest thing, and I told Daryl, and he actually noticed it as well, I said, what is with the cleavage, like these low down to the belly button V-necks on everyone's dresses, but no one's got any tits? It's like they're just these shiny chests with no boob, not even a little side boob or nothing.
Well, it's because they're
all tiny, right? But the style of this super deep V-neck with their dress is clearly glued down so that there's no slippage, and then drapes.
Well, that's what I was saying. Everybody looked like you were from, like, you know, ancient Rome.
Togas.
Was that the style? I mean, I saw Christina. Was it Christina Applegate? Mm-hmm. No, it was Robin Wright. God, she looked awful.
You thought she looked bad?
Jamie, her face looked like a pizza. It was so old.
Aww.
And then she had this like white flowy thing, and I'm just like, God, I'm like, you are from ancient Rome.
I love Robin Wright. It's really hard for me to diss on her.
But...
You know what? I laughed. I don't know if you saw, but Gwyneth Paltrow was wearing this super thick skirt.
Oh, and God. Everyone's joking about how she should get the Academy Award for the longest fake walk to the
Well, it was funny because I retweeted it because it said, me when I'm walking to the refrigerator at 2 a.m. in my comforter.
Right.
Because the way she was walking. And I'm like, been there, done that. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but nobody likes her.
I'm getting the impression they don't. I mean, I
don't think anybody really liked her when she was famous.
Well, she's still famous, but I know what you're saying.
Well, I mean, she's famous for Goop. I mean, who wants to be famous?
No, she's in Iron Man. She was Iron Man.
Oh, she played Pickles or something.
Yeah, Poppy, whatever.
Or Peppers.
Pepper, that's it. Apparently, and you know, it would be nice if women with actual breasts did that look, but then it would look probably a little over the top sexy.
Yeah.
Did you see, I hate to dogpile on it, but did you see Chrissy Metz?
I didn't. Okay, I'm going to have to look now.
She was wearing a Christian Siriano who dresses all body types, all types of men and women, and he's brilliant. And he's one of my most favorite people of all time. And he dressed Chrissy Metz. She wore gunmetal gray, and she did the wet look that Kim Kardashian has done in the past, where your hair looks wet, and she did like this somewhat of a smoky eye. Now, I have seen photos of her recently where she actually looks really beautiful, minus the obesity, but this was not a good look for her. And I don't know what that was about.
You know what? She actually looks a little bit thinner.
She does.
She's lost some weight.
I agree. I do. Her face.
She looks so pale. She really needed a lip.
She needed a lip and a little bit of color, but I think they were trying to go for this different, like, goth look almost. It does not work for her. And I did not see her on the runway. I saw her in photos. And I'm like, well, the dress is clearly well made, but it did nothing for her. Nothing. The color, nothing. And I'm like, fire your makeup person immediately, because whatever that was not working. And the hair, oh my God, it looked like she just got out of the shower and went to the show.
You know, the cut is actually really flattering for her figure, though.
Yes.
And
well, I mean, he's brilliant. He can do anything.
I don't know about the color. I think she looks better in like greens and
really bright blue. I've seen her in that I thought was real pretty.
Yeah, like more royal or like a lighter navies.
Not a big fan of the dresses, although one girl won for Ozark and she was wearing this gorgeous magenta chiffon dress. And I was like, best dressed, I thought. She looks so good. Really, really pretty.
You know who I'm not a huge fan of is Zendaya, but I really liked her dress.
Oh my God, I love Zendaya. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful.
But that dress it's the first actual like feminine dress I've actually seen on her because she tends to be a little bit more tomboyish.
Yeah, she wears a lot of short, hard-lined looking clothes. I've seen her in some things though. She's just so gorgeous. So beautiful. I like her. Yeah. I like her acting too. All right. Enough of the Emmys. Let's go to our ugly and awkward moments of the week. I'm going with the bra edition today. Since we were talking about bras, I have a few stories, and I think I blocked it out, but I am fairly certain I got caught stuffing my bra in middle school.
I never stuffed my bra.
Fairly certain during a dance.
In fact, I never, even in my I never bought like the Miracle bra or the gel bras or any of those because I always thought like if I started getting busy with a guy and they took the bra off and like flung it to the side, they'd be like, "Where'd your boobs go?"
Bad bill estate.
I'd be like, "Oh, they're on the floor. They're on the floor."
You want to play with them? They're down there.
Because I never wanted to be the false advertiser.
Exactly. Okay, this one, I've actually done this before. I have punched myself in the face while adjusting my bra strap. Luckily, I'm never in front of anyone, but my face hurts for the rest of the day.
Wow.
Have you ever done that where you're adjusting your bra and it slips and you smack yourself in the face? You've never done that?
Not that. I have punched myself in the face, too. Usually trying to kill bugs. That's usually when I punch myself in the face or in the eye.
Yeah. At work, wearing a nice button-up blouse, wearing my favorite tried and true underwear bra for a lift. Unbeknownst to me, the wire covering had decided to die, and all of a sudden I'm standing in the hallway at work, and the underwire has not only slipped out of my bra halfway, but is now protruding through the top of my shirt. I didn't notice until the male colleague I was talking to suddenly says, "What's that metal thing coming out of your shirt?"
Oh my God. That sounds...
She's lucky she didn't get impaled, which I have been.
That stuff doesn't really happen. They must have perfected the way they sew in underwire. Because, I mean, that used to be a big problem a long time ago. In fact, I think I read a story one time where this wife, her underwire came out of her bra in the dryer. And the husband found the underwire in the dryer. And he spent like hours trying to figure out what part of the dryer fell out of.
Oh my God.
Because he thought it was a piece of the dryer. And he was just like, where did this come out of? And she just let him keep going because she knew what it was. I can't say I wouldn't because I think that'd be freaking hilarious.
He's like, well, something happened to the dryer. This.
And I think she said he was even trying to Google it and like trying to figure
Oh my goodness. That's really funny. Yeah, that I have been impaled. Usually it's in a really inopportune moment where I'm at a restaurant or I'm at work or something. And then finally I'll just say, well, fuck this. So I'll just take the wire out and throw it away. And then of course it's like you're completely lopsided.
Oh yeah, you've got like giant sag boob.
It's a joke, yeah. But I have been impaled and I'm always like, what is that? Why am I in pain? And I look down.
Getting stabbed in the side.
Yeah, I've never broken skin, but I did read a story where a girl literally stabbed herself in the boob and was just bleeding everywhere.
I've had my underwire bend, and so like worse. I have to like unbend it or whatever to try and
and it never is the same. It's never the same.
No, it's not.
I'm just trying to think what I would do if the metal was protruding out of my shirt and someone said, "What is that?" Would I grab it and pull it out? Probably.
I know.
It's just
like, this thing, it's nothing.
Oh, it's just it's a metal thing. It's
a self-defense mechanism that
it pops out.
Someone comes at me, I can just boomerang them in the face.
Exactly. Oh, it's my it's for when I'm walking to my car at night. Okay, last one. Most embarrassing moment of my life. I was 12 and stuffing my bra. I stuffed my sports bra during a basketball game, and the first time I made contact with someone during the game, 2 socks came flying out of the top of my jersey. Awesome. Can you even, what do you do? How do you get past that is beyond me. Like, how do you not run away?
I would look at her and be like, what are you doing?
I'd be like, you have to put me in a new school. Like, I have to go to somewhere new.
Pick up the socks and run out of the gym. I don't know what I can't think of anything I hate more than bra shopping. Like,
oh god, it's worse. It's almost as bad as shopping for jeans. It's the worst.
Oh god, yeah. You know what? That's no. To me, bra shopping is worse. I will go around the bra area and I will pretty much locate like all the bras I want to try on. I will pick up all like 6 of them.
Right.
Because I'm like, I'm not coming back out. And I will take them in the room and I'm like, all right, we're going to get through this. And by the time I'm done, I am sweating.
Oh, God, always.
I'm trying to, like, pull the bra around and it's just like, skeeting on my body, to try and get around it. It's like, and I'm just like, just go around. Come on. Like, I need baby powder or something.
Oh, my God.
And
you know
it's
what?
Just a whole ordeal.
Can I just tell you now, I remember one time I was at Macy's I was at JCPenney. And I was there waiting for one of my children to come out trying on clothes or whatever. And the woman goes, we have a free bra fitting program here. And I'm like, what are you trying to say to me? Like, what are you doing? I had a baby in a stroller. I'm like, I am not getting new bras today. Get out of here. Like, no, it's ill fitting because I just had a fucking baby. Leave me alone. I mean, she was like relentless. I'm like, I get what you're saying. You must think that I'm wearing an ill-fitting bra, but right now I'm barely taped together at this point. Okay, so leave me the hell alone.
Yeah, I don't know why women think that a bra fitting is like, a service or like a nice thing. Mm-hmm. Because when I went to motherhood when I was pregnant with Olivia, and I was buying some clothes, and Stephanie was with me. And the woman's like, and I was going to buy some nursing bras. And the woman's just like, I can just do a quick fitting. You can even leave your shirt on and just to make sure you're getting the right size. I'm like, I know my size. And I was never a happy pregnant person. No. So, I wasn't. I really wasn't. Especially with like salespeople. I'm just like, leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to. I've never had good luck with salespeople. There was the Victoria's Secret incident. And then there was just, after that, I'm just like, please just let me be. I know what I'm doing. I know how to buy underwear and undergarments for myself. I don't need to be told. I'm 30. And so.
I have had a bra fitting. I did have a bra fitting, actually. And it was not comfortable. It was not pleasant because it's like with anything. Do you really want to know how much you actually weigh or what size you really wear?
They make you weigh yourself?
No. I'm just saying that there are truths in life that women like to avoid the realities of sometimes.
Would they try and tell you that you were like a 38F or something?
Yeah. And it was something close to that. And it was a big flag that meant I needed to lose weight. And so I did. So then I had a bra fitting. I'm like, okay, I can deal with this bra size. It's still not ideal, but I mean, my boobs just aren't shrinking anymore. I've lost 20 pounds and they're still the same size. It does not matter. The only thing that's changed is the circumference, the 38, 36 part. That's changed, which is great. But the cup size will not fucking shrink. So I'm like, this is it. This is who I am. Well, because my boobs are so big, but I'm not big anywhere like that anywhere else, I'm really interested in trying the Fenty line, which is the Rihanna's lingerie line. She's got a curvy line that's also part of her lingerie line, but she also has bras that are in my size. And I'm really curious how accurate they are to what, because the one thing with bras is they're a lot like men's jeans. It's just inches. That's it. It is what it is. So it's like, if it's a legit 36 double D, then it should fit fine. Or depending, or I'll just go bigger. It's fine. Victoria's Secret, that's a joke. I don't know what sizes they're using, but they're not accurate.
Yeah, they're using like model sizes.
Yeah. They're like, oh, Jen here, she's an extra, extra small, and she wears a 36D. Lie. No,
Like,
she doesn't.
You mean her nipples are a 36D?
Your 36D, perhaps, but not anybody else's.
I know. I need to get some more bras because the ones I have are just getting kind of worn out, and it's just
Ready.
I put it off for years. I'll wear the same bras I have for years, and then
Everybody does that.
But I mean, if I find one I like, I'll buy 5 of them in different colors because
that too.
I don't ever want to have to buy another bra for as long as I can.
Yeah, and then you buy them and you're like, okay, here we are, we're set. And then suddenly you're like, oh, fuck, I got to get more bra. I hate it. I'll buy underwear all day, though. I love new underwear. It's my favorite.
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to think of the last place I bought underwear. It could have been Victoria's Secret or Frederick's Hollywood or...
I like Victoria's Secret's underwear.
Yeah, I do too.
I just
but,
do.
you know, they're 5 for $5. It's always those, like, big cotton ones, and I just not into
The
that.
cheekies? What, you don't like cheeky underwear?
I don't like their boy shorts because all they do is just go up your butt. And I'm like, if I want something to go up my butt, I'll just buy a thong.
Well, they don't go up your butt if you actually have cheeks. I'm just saying.
Shut your ass. So
You shut your ass.
I can't. It's too flat.
Little frog butt. Aw.
They're like curtains. So
Flaps.
yeah, really. I gotta.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
I gotta do something. Well, you know, I think I've been working out. When I do the dishes, I listen to music, and so I'm doing like a little jazzercise. While
Are you doing a little Zumba in your kitchen?
Well, I noticed I was sweating after I was done doing the dishes, so it was either that the water was hot, or I was, rocking out a little bit, or a combination of both. So I call it hot dishes. So
There you go. You're doing a little workout. Every little bit helps.
Well, we started to have like a little dance off in the living room, and I was done about 30 seconds in because I was like,
You're like,
I'm like, I'm tired. Livy's like, Mom, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just going to take a rest.
I'm going to watch you guys.
Yeah.
I want to watch you guys.
There'll be a competition. I'll judge you and Ryan.
There you go. All right. Well, that's all I have for you today. Do you have any thoughts?
I have nothing else other than please visit uglytruth.com and click on the Amazon button as per usual. Take a look around, see what's going on. I was looking at the Halloween costumes yesterday, trying to figure out.
Are you going to do something?
I will probably dress up. Ryan says he's not dressing up, so I'm going to try and see if there's something that he wants to be. He keeps saying he's not going to dress up, but then he comes up with crazy ideas. And so I'm
Of course.
I think he wants to. He can't figure out something good yet. Victor says he's going to be a soldier as normal. And
what a shock.
He's been a soldier for like the last 12 years. I think he's only dressed up twice.
He's just basically going to wear his uniform.
Yeah, he's going to come home from work and then go out. Oh, speaking of Victor, he's getting a vasectomy on Friday.
Okay. And are we going to be... I
am the transportation and the next of kin should anything go awry.
I'm a bit surprised that you're assisting. Well, no, I'm not.
Well, you know his brother and sister, they don't do anything. So
yeah, that's true.
And we do live in the same house. So, I mean, why not?
I agree.
So, I mean, there's no bad blood. I have no problem. And I mean, why would I miss the opportunity to have his balls sliced in and,
God, just you're basically saving society. So it's an act of kindness on the world.
I'll probably videotape him while he has, some sort of sedation.
They give them a muscle relaxer. Mm-hmm. You know what? Next week I will tell you. I know producer Deb's going to hate this, but we're going to talk about his
swap stories.
Experience.
Yeah.
Yes, because producer Deb is a lot of man, and so there was a bit of a struggle during his experience.
Yes.
So I will talk about it.
Yes. So we'll have to figure that out. We'll
discuss all things tubage next week. Really quick, if you go to lipandclip.com, there's a product there called the Avon True Color Dazzle Drops. And basically it's a highlighter that you put on after your foundation, and you only need just the teeniest a bit. But then if you use your blender and you blend it in, it gives you gorgeous highlight, like a highlight. I've used the Anastasia, the gold highlight before, but this is actually really great. And the thing is it doesn't make me break out, which a lot of liquid stuff does. It doesn't. And it's on sale right now. And it's like got 5 full stars. It's like everybody loves it from ages 20 to 45, 50. totally try it. I have it, I use it, and I absolutely endorse it full on. It's a really good product.
Dazzle Drops or Magic Drops?
Dazzle Drops.
Oh, Dazzle Drops. Okay.
Yes. It comes in one color because it's basically like a neutral.
I see it. It's like shimmery.
Yeah, and it's really, really, really good stuff.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. Especially for the holidays coming and stuff, a little extra little glam and glow. It works really, really good. I try every brand from Dior all the way down to drugstore makeup, and this stuff is some of the best stuff that I've tried.
I'm telling you, I use all Avon, and
I know you do.
I'm never dissatisfied.
No, I mean, if I'm being really honest, there are some things that have caused some breakout, but they've actually changed their product line. It's almost a lot of it's vegan, and most of it's clean. And I try to use almost all clean cosmetics, and so I find that if I do that, I have no problems with like layering foundation and highlighter and stuff like that. Like in the old days, you could not do that. You'd get hardcore acne. But now it's everything. Everybody's kind of saying, "Oh yeah, we can all be clean and vegan. It doesn't kill anybody. It doesn't hurt anything, and the quality is still really good." So I absolutely endorse that one. Absolutely for sure.
Cool.
So check it out.
Awesome.
All
right, friends. Well, thank you for joining us. Hope you have a good rest of your week, and we will see you on Sunday. Bye.
Thanks for listening and sharing the show. See you next time on The Ugly Truth.